Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Zelkenon. Welcome back to another episode of Smite Super Builds. So there's quite a bit of things going on in the Smite universe right now as of this recording of, what the hell is it? Thursday, May 22nd. So big patch, guys. Big patch coming up. It'll be launching next Wednesday, but it should be released on the public test server tomorrow. So this is going to include a new god and a lot of nerfs. So that being said, without going too much into the patch right now in this video, is that I'm trying not to do any physical god builds. All the physical attack items are being changed drastically. Like all the meta items are being changed drastically. So please don't ask. So for any physical god builds until that patch comes out, because Smite changes a lot, and with saying that, it's really hard to do what I do. Trying to keep all my builds updated is really difficult because there's 53 gods right now. The 54th is coming out, and trying to keep them all updated with them keep changing the items. So it's really difficult. So just please hang on. Magical gods are fine. I could do magical gods. That including guardians. But as far as physicals, I don't feel safe doing them right now, because they're all being changed. Warriors are heavily being attacked right now, also with every single warrior is being nerfed. Every single warrior. And one of the warriors is not going to be a warrior anymore, which I'm pretty sure I know who that is. But I'm going to save that for a full different video. It's going to cover all the patch notes. I'm bringing back the patch note videos. I kind of dropped the ball on that one. But yeah, I'm going to be doing that video, so look for that in the next day and or two. That's going to be explaining everything. So, again, I'm only going to do mage and guardian builds until the patch comes out, and I can figure some things out for the physicals with the item nerfs and changes. So, without further ado, many people have asked for Poseidon, more specifically Conquest Poseidon, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Alright, so let's jump into the actives. As far as actives and Conquest Poseidon, he's always playing the middle lane and Conquest. He's not that valuable anywhere else. If you're super good at Poseidon and you play on what's called a Smurf account, like a really lobby account, and you play against people that aren't that skilled at the game, you can do good anywhere. But besides the fact, if you're looking for like serious gaming or higher ranking gaming, I guess you can say, is he's going to be in the middle lane. He's not too popular right now. One small note. He will be getting nerfed as well. Now, it's not a game-changing nerf. It's not going to change too much of the items. The way he's going to be nerfed is his passive is going to give him a little bit less movement speed increase when maxed high level. Next, his trident is going to be nerfed of the movement speed as well. So what they're doing is they're cutting his movement speed down a bit. It's like, I think about 5 or 10% off trident and about 10% off his passive. But to be exact, just for you guys that want to look at the patch notes up real quick, if I can speak. Here we go. Poseidon changes tides. Or changing tides, rather. Reduced movement speed, bonus at max tide from 20% to 10%. That's passive. Trident has 2. Reduced movement speed, bonus from at max 35 to 25. So that's 10% off both. So overall 20% less movement speed. There you go. But besides that, that's not a huge loss. It doesn't really affect his damage output too much. Unless if you build pure attack speed Poseidon, which many people used to, then you're kind of screwed a little bit. Not even really. I don't know. If you rely a lot on your movement speed, then you're screwed. Otherwise, I mean, forget what I said about attack speed, but yeah, nothing changed too much. But for actives, typically you want to get, like, I personally, I get this. It's just my opinion. I try to get teleport. If somebody can cover me while I'm gone from the lane, I don't get teleport. But I have a trust issue when it comes to like solo queuing. It's just I get teleport that way. I can go back to my base buy items, recover, and then come back without worrying about my lane being pushed or the tower damaged. Next, typically in the middle lane, that's where a lot of the action goes. Now, Poseidon has no CC immunity, and he can be ganked pretty easily if you don't have beads. It's just some advice. Now, if you're fine without beads, I would get meditation. That way you can out-sustain your opponents, meaning you can have more mana more often, use more abilities, and so on and so forth, as you get the point. Next, you want to start with Vampiric Shroud. So, what I would go with is buying Vampiric Shroud first, off the bat. Buying maybe like 1 level of teleport, and then the rest of the gold is up to you. You can probably invest a little bit in boots early, or some potions, or get level 2 teleport. It's kind of your own creative freedom. But always make sure to get Vampiric Shroud. This will help you with your sustain due to the passive. It helps so much. And then I'll definitely get at least teleport level 1. But as far as leveling up teleport, I want to go up to 2. So try to last 100. If you can last 180 seconds while it's on cooldown, you're good to go. So last 180 seconds in your lane, then you can teleport back, and then last another 180 seconds to teleport back. If you get what I'm saying, is that you can always keep sustained and you don't have to worry about your lane being pushed. Moving on. This is really up to you on which boots you want. It's if you like more cooldown reduction, fine, get the cooldown reduction. If you want more penetration, get more penetration. Because typically when you find another mage in the Conquest mid lane, is they're going to build Vampiric Shroud as their second or third item. This really if you get this to counter build your opponent. That's the idea of the Void Stone, if you're wondering. Plus 50 magical protection, that's a lot. Since mages, as you all know, or should know, mages don't have base level scaling of magical defense. Therefore, you're going to be stuck at 30 magical defense throughout the entire game. Now, if the counter build your opponent, which is most likely a mage, get Void Stone, you won't lose too much of power as you get plus 40 power, so don't worry about that too much. The aura, they do have to be semi-close for it to take effect, but it does act as extra penetration. So, it's really up to you on which boots. And if you're not fighting a mage in your lane, I would not worry about Void Stone whatsoever. Next, Spirit Magus. This works really well with your 3. Main reason why is the passive. The passive has 2 stacks. So you hit them twice with the damage over time like your 3, it adds those two stacks onto them, and it's more penetration. Poseidon, this works really well. If you want to combo all your skills on top of somebody and they're almost dead, your next basic attack after ability will hit really hard. Also, the lifesteal will help you keep sustained. Plus 300 mana, that's a lot. More sustain and magical power. This item is a must-have. Next, Demonic Grip. If you're familiar with your passive, you gain your Tide meter level. Like it gets more full per basic attack you land. So to fill that up more and get the benefits of it, and overall do more damage, as you see, High Tide, 20% additional damage. So to get the High Tide quicker, Demonic Grip. Now this also grants you more penetration. Now the amount of penetration we have right now, you can get the Shoes of Focus. That may be more preferred over some others. So yeah, plus 2060 power and more attack speed, really great. Finally, you want to sell the Vampiric Shroud, absolutely. Definitely sell this later, like mid to late game, depending on the pace of the game. Definitely buy Rod to Hootie. That boosts up your magical power by so much. As you can see, we're now up to 488, which is a fair bit of magical power. And our attack speed's not too bad, 1.3. Okay, let's do a little bit of damage testing on the end of the video, because it's getting a little long. There we go. As you see, that cleared really fast. I'll go ahead and I'll just use my ulti. That's a huge Kraken. Use my ulti for on the minions, just for fun. Okay. That's going to be it for the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.